Hello, hello, hello. Is this thing on? Welcome one, welcome all. It's Saturday night. Bose 831 Gaming is live. Bose 831 Gaming is live. Welcome again to another awesome Saturday night with Bose 831 Gaming. I'm continuing on in my ELM Creek series with Farming Simulator 22, and again, we're on Elm Creek Farm, and this is my Elm Creek Farm series. First off, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in and watching. I hope you're having an awesome day or evening or whatever the time may be, wherever you're located at. And just want to thank you for tuning in. And with that said, let's get into it. When we last Well, first of all, before we get into it, I just wanted to take a moment to apologize for some of the audio issues I've been having with my streams. I'm still, kind of new to this thing, so I'm still learning as I go, and there's still a lot of work in progress, and I apologize that this many videos into it, I'm still learning, but unfortunately or fortunately, depending on your perspective, that's the way it goes. I made some adjustments to some of my game settings that I hope will improve the sound, especially as far as the issue of the game sounds kind of being louder than my talking voice, or my normal talking voice, because depending on how loud or how soft I speak, sometimes it seems like my audio is louder than the game sounds, but other times they kind of blend in together, and the game sounds are drowning out my voice depending on how low or high my normal speaking tone is. And again, we will definitely get that all smoothed out, but again, my apologies for that. But moving along, when we last left off, we had planted corn on field 50, and we did grass on the merged fields 47 and 48, with intent on doing corn silage on 50 and grass silage on 47, 48. And I'm going to kind of compare the harvest yield on both of those, and depending on which one gives me the greatest yield, I may end up turning these both into corn silage operations, but we shall see as things progress in this series. We on my grape field on field 43, we also did we mulched in our grape field, and I think the next step we need to do on that field is do some cultivation, and we'll do that on the next day. But as it stands now, we're done with everything we need to do here on the 1st of April. I've already checked the prices and everything to see if I had any product that needed to be sold from my production chains. Nothing jumps out at the moment that needed to be sold, so we can go ahead and progress to the next day. And just want to take a look here and just kind of marvel at the cool color effects in the greenhouses in the evenings, because to me that really looks cool. But let's jump on over to the next day and move on to day 2 in April. Alright, second day in April, and normally I start out with doing my yard work before I get into my field work, but today we're going to do the opposite of that, just to kind of mix things up and make them less boring. So let's take a look at our fields and see what we have going on. We'll take a look at the precision farming environmental score on my fields first of all. And obviously I'm going to take a hit on 43 because that's a great field, and we're not in the great fields. You don't do all the normal field work stuff that you would do in some of your regular fields. We got a 57 on 42. I have to really look into that because it looks like if you go to the detail, the only thing I have maxed out on 57 is the soil sampling score. My tillage score is pretty low. Weed control, pH value, and nitrogen, so we got some work to do there. Same thing for my sugarcane field, although there you notice I got my soil sampling and tillage maxed out, but everything else is low. And 62, again maxed out on soil sampling and tillage, but struggling with nitrogen, pH, weed control. And the merged fields 45 and 46, 57. And again on that one we're maxed out in sampling, but tillage and pH weed control problems. 62 on from the merged fields, 47 and 48. And we have on 76, we're good to go there as far as our okay, how do I get as far as our soil sampling and tillage score goes, but we have some work to do on weed control, pH, and nitrogen, but we're going to address those things here right now. Alright, let's take a look at the 45 and 46. See, we have grass growing. pH value is perfect. It says the nitrogen value is perfect. So, but when I go look at the pH and the nitrogen, they're all in the green. So I wonder why the score is so low if it's showing on this screen that the nitrogen levels are not as bad as the environmental score would indicate. That's a little confusing. Don't like that, the way that screen informs the reader, so to speak. Alright. And so we just planted corn on this field, and it says wheat growing. We're going to have to deal with that. And let's hop over here to... Actually, should have hopped in my pickup truck and drove over here, but we're going to rough it out by walking over here and taking a look. Since I don't have a automatic spawn point over here. This brings to mind a mod I could use to resolve that issue, but not right now. Alright, vineyards, like I say, we're not going to be able to do a lot of your field work here. Like lime has no impact on the vineyard, so there's some of the field work stuff we're not going to be able to do that would impact the vineyard here, but we are going to come through here with the cultivator. That would be the next step over on my vineyard. Let's see, this one has a bad pH value and nitrogen shows it's perfect, but when I look on this screen, let's see what it shows. It doesn't show that the pH is bad. It actually shows the pH is being okay. So I don't quite understand why one screen says one thing and then the field says another. So I think there's still some kinks that need to be worked out with the this precision farming stuff. Same thing on this field. pH is bad, but when you look at the filter screen, it shows something a bit different. I don't know what to make of that. But sugarcane is growing, and that looks good. This field says nitrogen is bad as well. And again, when you come out here and look at it, it's in the green, which is supposed to be good. So I don't know what to make of that either. right. All right, and fields, merged fields 45 and 46. Canola, and it's growing, and it says pH is good, nitrogen is perfect. So nothing to do there. And one thing I did want to touch on is I think last stream I had talked about some of the equipment that was installed in the game as part of the precision farming and DLC and the game update 1.4. And if we go to I think it was under mods and DLCs, I just wanted to kind of talk about some of the additional equipment that was installed in the game as part of those two updates. And I think we did go over the soil sampling device. We got a slurry spreader that has some special manure John Deere branded manure sensing function. And it says the John Deere manure sensing will detect the nitrogen in your manure, as the nitrogen in the manure is never homogeneous. Ooh, I don't even know. Pronouncing that word is a serious struggle. This sensor guarantees the application of the same nitrogen amount all over the field. So basically, automatic nitrogen sensing for your slurry and digestate spreader, I guess. And you also have this R732i power spray that has a see and spray function, which affords for spot spraying for when you're spraying for weeds on your field, which basically means that the sprayer will only spray when it senses weeds in the field in those areas. So you will save on your herbicide and won't waste herbicide spraying on areas of the field that don't actually have weeds. Basically the sprayer will sense where the weeds are on your field and only spray in those spots. And for the other items that were installed as part of the 1.4 update, I think there was a class tractor, and we can probably find that under large tractors. I think it was under large tractors. Yeah, I think it was this guy right here, this Xerion. I think it was that one. Yes, because the saddle track came with the game. Yeah, it was that one, the Xerion. Okay, and we also had some implements that were installed with that update that were geared towards smaller equipment, but I think they were all under the same brand. And the Solid brand is, I think, how you pronounce it. And here we got a mulcher, a small trailer with a 1.6 liter capacity. We have a cultivator, a plow, a cultivator, and another plow, a subsoiler, excuse me, and a disc harrow and a plow. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and cultivate in my vineyard, because that's the next step we need to do as far as our field work for the grape field. So we'll go ahead and get that going right now. wondering if this would be a job I could turn on an AI worker and have them do the job, or will I have to do this manually all the way through? We shall take a look at it. And I think I also talked about in my last stream, I want to go ahead and we're going to work on getting a horse stable down, so we'll go ahead and get started working on that in just a bit as well. Let's see here, cultivate. So we can turn the AI worker on for this job, but let's see what happens when he gets to the end of the field, if he kind of checks out once we get to the end of our grape time. Okay. It's almost there, so let's see what he does. Okay. He reaches the end of the row and he checks out. Completed the task. Gotta love it, gotta love it. With that being said, can we turn it back on in between the hedgerows? We can do that, but you're still gonna have to kind of micromanage him, because he's gonna check out when he gets to the end of the row. Alright. Well, that's awesome. So we're going to probably spend the first portion of this stream babysitting my worker while we get this work done. And my apologies for jumping right into something so a little bit tedious before we get into some other action. But we just need to go ahead and get this done, because I do kind of want to advance things so we can get our grape field going. Although this is probably a task I probably should have did off camera, now that I think about it. But again, with some of these things I'm kind of learning as I go. You know, what jobs work best for being on camera and what things work best for me to do off camera. I just kind of missed the boat on this one a little bit. So it's because it's going to take a while, because this grape field has a number of rows. So try to keep you as entertained as I can. Alright, lift. But we made it to row 3. And only about another 15 to 20 to go, right? Let's take a look at a couple of things here. Whoops. I want to go to prices. Alright, crop calendar first. Alright, don't have anything. Well, you do have fields that would be harvested at this time, but I don't have anything that meets this criteria, because not all of them are, not ready to be harvested, but ready to be planted. And I have all the crops down that I'm ready to plant at this time. And okay, let's see, send the worker back through. Yeah, I got, because I have a oat field, I have oat down, I have corn down, I don't have sunflowers or soybeans. I have my sugar cane down, I got my grapes planted, and I have my grass planted. we're still in the month of April, so the prices are still going to be what they are for April. And I've already sold all the product from our production chains that I can sell at this time. And that's strictly focused on the products that had the best prices in April. Okay. Alright, so now we can send the worker. Okay, and while that worker is going, and the other thing I wanted to look at is, again, I'm still considering planning on putting a horse ranch or barn or stable in this area here on the other side of field 40. And if I could have this worker safely automated, I would have been looking at that while doing the cultivating here between the grapevines, but can't automate it right now, so I'm going to have to wait before I just get started on that. Okay. As the worker drops after each pass, so I have to manually come back and set him up and then send him on his way between each row. Alright, and while we got that going, new and notable mods that came out this week. We actually had a few interesting things that dropped this week. Probably the biggest ones for me were we had updates to Oxygen David's map, the Homestead Farm. We also have an update to the German map of Furig, I think is how it's pronounced. Correct me if I'm butchering that, but in those maps I am interested, strongly considering doing another playthrough series on a European map, and those are the two candidates I'm looking at. Kind of leaning towards Compton because I know Oxygen David always does an amazing job on his maps, but I know there's already going to be a ton of Farming Simulator players, Farming Simulator 22 players doing videos series on that map already, so I may just go with the other map, just to have something a little bit different and less common. But whichever one I decide to do and when I decide to get started on that, just stay tuned to my Twitter channel, and I'll post updates to let you know which one I decide to end up doing. Or if you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see me play, you can always post comments on my live or on Twitter or on my YouTube videos. And just let me know what you'd like to see me do. And I'm always open for suggestions, but again, it's all about having fun. This game is my favorite game. I do spend time playing some other games, but this is my favorite game by far. Other stuff I played, although I haven't played it in a long time. I play Red Dead Redemption Online, which I also enjoy, but Rockstar hasn't supported that the way they've supported Grand Theft Auto Online, which I also play, but much less frequency. I haven't played that in a while, and I think I voiced my issues with Rockstar on another stream about how I feel about them and their little next gen update that they're charging players for a while. Other companies like CD Projekt Red and others are able to give you next gen updates for free, but But Rockstar is not alone in that. 2K is another company that kind of wants to upcharge players for next gen content. It is what it is, but I digress. I also spend a lot of time playing sports games, including NBA 2K. I haven't yet purchased NBA 2K22, although I am playing that right now. It's because it's actually on a free play weekend on the Xbox, and I believe it's also on Game Pass, if I'm not mistaken, right now. And it's also on sale on Xbox. I don't know if it's simultaneously on sale on PlayStation or not, but it is on sale right now on Xbox. I also play MLB The Show 22 on Xbox. And that right now, that's probably my second most played game. But all of that pales in comparison to how much time I spent on Farming Simulator. Like I have this live series that I'm playing with you right now on ELM Creek, and I also have some other maps that I'm playing off screen. And one of those is on Old Stream Farm. And right now, the only two maps I'm really playing right now, even though I have many more installed, is this series that I have, that you're watching now, ELM Creek, and then I have my Old Stream Farm series. When I'm testing, I'm either using the No Man's Land map installed that I have, or a Calm Lands map installed that I have. But it just depends on what kind of testing I'm doing. Alright, we're slowly making our way through this task, although we're still just a little over a hair past halfway done. Just trying to knock this out as quickly as I can so we can move on to something else that might prove to be a little more interesting. Because if I recall correctly, I did take care of my animals off screen, but we have moved on to a different day, so I still will need to at least check my animals in my greenhouses. But to make that less tedious, I'm not going to be doing yard work as far as my greenhouses and the animals are concerned every day. I just kind of play that by ear, every few days. But I still have to be mindful of it a little bit, because I am playing, this playthrough is set for 2-day months. So I just need to make sure that I am keeping track as far as that is concerned, so we can go entire months without tending to the animals or the greenhouses, because that can have a negative impact, and we don't want to do that either. And I still have to do something so I can keep my BGA fed as well. BGA is making me money as long as I can get fed with manure and silage. We definitely want to keep that going. Alright, we're getting a little bit closer. I can almost see the end of this job. But getting back to the topic of the new and notable mods, there were also a few interesting maps that dropped this week, and just in general, it seems like the frequency of map drops in this 22 is finally starting to pick up pace, and we're now actually starting to get some maps that are pretty decent frequency now. One of the other more interesting maps they did release this week was we had another version of the Gilchrist Valley map that dropped from I think that was the base game map from Farming Simulator 17. And that will always be one of my all-time favorite maps. But yes, you can find that on the mod hub. I don't have it installed on my system right now, but definitely an interesting map if you never played 17, or even if you did, definitely want to download that one and take a look at it and see how you like it and get a chance. Few other honorable mention maps that also dropped. There's a nice map by Cavalier Roy, the Riverview Farm map. It's a pretty neat map. You definitely want to check that one out. What was the other one? Look at this. Got back straight while I try to get my brain going. Beach map had an update. But I know I'm missing something. Oh yeah, there was also a forestry map that dropped in. I can't pronounce it. It's foresting or something like that. It's an interesting circular forest map that you might want to take a look at. And I think that one was released on platform, so you can find that one on console. Alright, got a few more rows to go here and then we'll be done. We're cultivating through my hedgerows and my grape field. Then we can move on to something else a little more interesting. And as you can see here by the white stuff that's on the field, that's lime, because I did prepare this field like I would for one of your normal fields before doing my testing off camera to determine whether or not liming had any impact on my grape fields, and even how you would go about doing them, since there's not a standard in-game limer that would fit between the hedgerows in the first place. And based on my testing that I did off camera, kind of made the determination that liming does not have an impact, and it's not necessary for when you're doing grapes and olives. But you will need to do mulching, you will need to do cultivation, you will need to spray. And you do we have specialized equipment for each of those jobs. One of which I'm using right now to cultivate between the hedgerows. We're down to our final passes. And as I indicated earlier, some of the things about precision farming are still quite a bit quirky, and I'm still kind of a little muddled or confused on what some of these things mean or why certain things are working a certain way and giving conflicting information. So we have to kind of figure out what's going on with some of these things, and we'll all learn that together. If you're watching, you know that you might learn something right along with me that you can use in your games. To the last two passes, and then we should be done for cultivating between the hedges, and we can move on to a different task. Alright, finally. Alright, flipped. Make sure we didn't miss anything. And this one didn't seem to take. Let's see what. Gotta chop it up. Yeah, it's too close to the edge, maybe, I guess. Although you see it down on the far end. We're done. We can take this back to our farm and we'll top off the fuel and do some maintenance on the tractor, and then we'll park it and move on to the next task. Back over to the farm, and we're gonna peek into the workshop and do a little maintenance. And hop back into the tractor. toys away. Next up, what we want to get into is, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the animal situation. Chickens need to be fed, pigs need to be fed, cows need to be fed, sheep are good. Let's go ahead and get those things taken care of. We'll do the pigs first. Pig food. Nothing in. Every bit of what we had in stock, and we are. So we have to go pick up some more pig food. And this is the progesterone. This is a buy anything silo I have installed on this map just to, in the interest of playthrough, to kind of move things along quickly so you don't have to drive back and forth to the shop every time. And yes, it is a little cheaty, but this is, I'm not going for ultra realism in this playthrough. Alright, but anyway, we got the pigs fed. So that need should be good. But we also need to address their need for straw bedding. And so we need to pull out our straw bale and put down some straw. And both the pigs and the cows need straw, so we're going to take care of both those needs. Couple of straw bales, and we're going to have to dump these into the straw blower. Trying to get my tractor lined up here. We can drop these bales in here at the right direction. Whoops. Okay, that was not intentional. In fact, I'm not entirely sure what caused it to tip over. Alright, let's try that again. Alright. Drop the bills in. I said, drop the bills in. Must always be a problem child. Alright, bill number 3. Pick it up, drop you in there too. Okay. Hopefully, once we get to driving, that one will fall on into place. Alright, let's go do some straw blowing. My apologies, this was something that was done off camera. Let me go ahead and get rid of that. So everything, sell point. Let's try for the cows and then do the same for the pigs once these guys are done. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm saying the cows and the pigs needed a lot of straw this time. So we gotta drop a couple of more in there. Because it went through all 3 bales this particular time. So let's go back in here and grab a couple more. Struggle with my driving sometimes. If you didn't already know, it's a recurring theme on the videos. So anytime I can back up straight and drive straight without running into things, that's always good. Alright, and drop. Bales. Whoa! I was trying to flip it again. And grab one more and drop it in there and we'll be good to go. See if we can grab one without knocking over all the others. Excellent. Alright. So next up, let's drop this last bill in. Boom. got that one done. We can hook back up and we'll blow some straw again. And their need for straw is pretty big. That still is another 20%. One thing I do need to check with the pigs real quick. Let's go to the dialogue. 7 months. Because the system I want to use with the pigs, especially after doing some research, is we kind of want to rotate the pigs in a period of about every 10 months. Because when they're older than 10 months, they start to eat more food, cut into your profits more overall, so it's best to go ahead and sell them before they start to get to the point where it's kind of tapping into the law of diminishing returns on your investment, especially when it comes to the feed. Alright. Next up is TMR for the cows. Good to go. And actually, that's a little bit surprising. I thought we would finish it off, but we live to feed another day. And I also did some off-camera research on TMR just for my own general purposes, and based on the information I've kind of gotten to online, seems like the general consensus is the most efficient, cost-effective way to feed your cows is TMR, but mixing your own TMR with a focus on having as much straw and hay in your mix as opposed to silage. Because the straw and hay, of course, cheaper to produce. You earn less money on sales, but you could potentially earn a lot more money on silage. So you kind of want to use as little silage as you can in your TMR mix, because the more silage you use in TMR, the more you cut into potential profits from silage that can be sold or at the BGA or implemented in other processes or should we do it properly, processes that generate more income for your farm. And taking a look here, let's deal with our chickens. One other thing I also found in my research, as far as the chickens are concerned, best feed to use for chickens is barley. Reasons involved include that wheat will make more money for you selling it as a crop. Barley makes money for you, but it makes the least amount of money as far as a sale crop. So that in turn makes it the best crop to use for chicken feed. So I guess before we get into our greenhouses, we'll do the liquid, the water stuff first with the greenhouse. Then we'll come back and do the seeds and the manure. If you're just tuning in, I don't have the standard game greenhouses. I have modded greenhouses that require additional inputs, in this case manure or fertilizer, and also seeds. And in return we produce additional output. This is a little bit of a cheating bug. I have the TLX tanker set to the unreal capacity. Which is the 50,000 liter capacity, so I can kind of get through the greenhouse stuff a little quicker in the interest of this live stream series. Sure I didn't miss anything. But when I come to one that needs water, you should see the numbers start moving once we get in the right sweet spot. But if they're full, you won't see the numbers move. Alright, there we go. Looks like I got them, but we can always double check. Alright, so checking the greenhouses, looking at the water levels. 1999. Yeah, so those are good. Yeah, just go ahead and top off the water tanker. So we'll be ready to go for our next business day. Alright. And we can park the water tanker and move on to the next job. dropping off some seeds and manure. Alright, let's check to see how many seeds we have. 8,467. Would that be enough? Let's find out. And we're just waiting for the trigger to pop. There we go, seeds. Okay, there's a dash. There's a dash. And this is an inexact science, but we're just kind of guesstimating. If I do a pop on each side, hopefully that should be picked up by each of the greenhouses. Have to kind of get it in the right spot. You're just kind of estimating. And again, we can go back and take a look and see how we did. And for the most part, they're all pretty close, so that's cool. Drop off the unused portion back into the silo. And next up, let's go grab some manure. We're not going to use my world famous shortcut this time. At least going, but coming back, I most likely will. And that's a quick in-cab view for those of you who are sticklers about the, playing ultra realistic with the in-cab views and whatnot. I'm not one of those guys in the community that's particular of a stickler about that, because I do also realize, you want to play ultra realistic, but sometimes you also just have to relax, have fun, and enjoy yourself, because it is all still a game at the end of the day. But for you players that like to play that way, no knock on you. You have to play the way that makes you happy. And as my saying goes, if you're not happy doing what you do, then what are you doing? So definitely play the way that satisfies you and makes you best happy. And to me, it's just not kind of wasted energy. Not just for this game, but even in life, to waste energy trying to tell somebody online how you think they should play with something that they pay for. I always find that interesting. I understand this today, where this different social media culture, and I know I'm gonna get old school when it comes to a lot of things, because I am older in general. I guess by a lot of folks' standards, being that I am in my 50s, folks would be calling me an old man. But just think it's interesting sometimes, though. You're not gonna often change anyone's opinions or how they feel from an online post or going back and forth online arguing with someone. digress. Let me get off that tangent. Alright, let's take a look and see what we got going here with the manure. Alright. We got one of the strawberry ones that's not showing as being filled. Have no idea which one that is and why it was missed when we get all those spots. I don't know. We'll run back through it. So you gotta be in there somewhere. It's kind of one of those deals where you wish they had the triggers clearly marked around those elements of the greenhouses as well, just as they do here for the spawn points. But yeah. Alright. But that's just my OCD kicking in. As long as they have manure, their shoot is still good. And they don't have to be maxed out for the manure to do what the manure does. So let's keep it moving. Drop the manure back off the mini BGA. If you're wondering, because these the mini BGA and the manure silo extension are so close together, when I dump my manure into BGA, it actually ends up showing up in the manure heap extension. But that's not a bad thing. Alright. And looks like we're done here. And just checking on some production issues that I saw as I was going through this menu. We're maxed out in digestate, so I am going to have to do something with the digestate, either sell it or use it for fertilizing my fields. Okay, we still have plenty of sugarcane sugar. Grain mill doesn't have anything yet because we haven't grown any product that can go in a grain mill. And dairy is missing milk. And that's stopping the entire production chain there. So we'll address that need first. Let's see, how much milk do we have that our cows have up? 37,600 liters. And I was trying to wait for the cows to kind of max that out. But don't want to keep the dairy food chain, production chain down, so I need to get some milk to that production chain so we can keep it going. use my tanker, which I have full of water right now. Whoops. And there we go with the wonderful driving. Alright, now I'm going to set the capacity back to the normal capacity, the standard, which is 5,000 liters. Hit customize, and since I changed the capacity, that should automatically reset it, but it still did not unload the water. Alright, so I gotta figure out a way to unload my water. Or else I need to grab a separate one and just have that one on standby for milk. Yep, that's right. That way. We usually hit that often, but this is already going to be a problem. Simplest way to handle that problem. Okay, why are you guys? Did I not back in far enough? Okay. Okay, brother, let's pick it up. Pair, customize. Might as well set it back to the Unreal. Customize. Yep. I'm curious if it'll still be showing that it's filled to the max capacity. Of course not. Now it shows 5,000 liters. Brilliant. It is interesting that when I change the capacity, to a lower value, it kept that amount in there, but when I bumped it back up, it didn't raise it. So it lowered it, wouldn't raise it automatically. Alright. So we need to buy another tanker from the shop. Go into miscellaneous, and we're looking for the I think it's on the animals, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. The TLX 2020 ABI tanker trailer. So I think that's 40,100. And for this instance, I just wanted to use the trailer capacity. We'll bump that up to 50. Color, we'll keep that white because it is this is going to be the milk one. Yeah. Capacity Unreal. And partial to. What kind of tires really? We'll just use the standard Continentals. And actually, do we want to buy it or do we want to lease it? We will lease it for the moment. Alright, so we will grab that trailer from the shop, fill it up with milk, and then run some milk over to the dairy. And that should get the dairy. Oops. Stunt driving 101. ABI trailer. And it will bring that one back to the farm. Grab some milk and then go tend to our production chains. Yeah, I really expected to be doing more different and varied things on the stream tonight, but you never know sometimes once you really get into it what you might run into that you figure out that we needed to get taken care of. Take a look. Wonder what is the capacity for the dairy as far as milk. Don't exactly know. We'll just grab it all in between the two production chains. Should be able to disperse the milk as needed. So my next stop will be dairy. And if we have any leftover milk, I'll go ahead and run that over to the bakery. Because milk is used in the cake formula as well. Okay, and we're coming around to the dairy. And the baseball field is over to your right. Okay, why is the trigger not popping? What's going on here? I'm not understanding. brother? Somebody better give me something. Alright, I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what the hell's happening. This is not cool. This is not cool at all. Okay, I got 37,000 liters of milk that I cannot dump right now, and I'm not really not happy right now. Okay, that's not cool. That's entirely not cool. I don't know what's going on. This makes no sense. This makes no sense whatsoever. Am I missing something? Is there a button? What the heck? Bruh. Speechless right now. Speechless right now to me. I don't know what to say. I'm trying not to completely lose my cool, but that is extremely upsetting right now. I don't know if it's an issue with the mod. There's gotta be an issue with the mod. First time using it. That's a complete fail. I don't know what the freaking deal is. Drive down to the bakery and see if it does the same crap at the bakery. That's so not cool. So not cool. Okay, it works there. So why is it not working at the dairy? I don't understand. Alright guys, just bear with me here. I'm trying to figure out what's happening. Sometimes this is one of only things you run into with mods in this game. Hate it when it happens because if you spend a lot of time doing something and you get to a point similar to this, that's why one of the things I would advise when you play this game, especially when using certain mods for the first time, always save your game at different points before committing any major tasks. Yep, this is weird, and I don't have an explanation for it right now. I really do not. Don't know why the trigger is not popping. Now it works fine at the bakery, not at the dairy. It's just throwing my whole game plan off. I don't even know what to do with this thing. I don't know if this is an issue with containers or Civic, but we're fine at the bakery, but not at the dairy. So how can the dairy trigger be broke, but not the? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't. And if this bug that I'm experiencing now makes entirely no sense. All right. When not the case, I won't be using this mod in conjunction with this map and that dairy again. There's something one of these things doesn't like and don't know what it is. And I don't have any message to tell me what it could be. So I don't know. And I'm trying to think what I can do to resolve this issue because I can't pour the milk back into the goddamn dairy. Alright. I'm trying to think of a solution here. Trying to think outside the daggone box right now. That cost $46,000. That's more than no, that won't work. That's not feasible. It's kind of what I need temporarily right now. Screw it, man. I'm already screwed anyway. This is sorry guys, this is just kind of threw my whole deal off right now. Alright, we'll drive back over into the dairy. have that doesn't cost that much, but I can plug this milk in temporarily. That's water. Small liquid tank. That's a little tank. Fine. That's fine. I don't know. That's fine. I just want to store it for a minute and then see if I can put it into a different darn silo or truck or container and see if the dang thing works with a different trailer. Silo extension. Duh. This is a Alright, this one is giving me a headache right now, guys. Liquid silo. Will that one work? Eventually we'll find what we're looking for. And if the stupid thing could even dump into that. Okay. Well, that settles it. It's an issue with the mod. Unfortunately, I didn't capture that before. Pressing both triggers, I have an unload here option. Now, I wonder, going back to the dairy, if I did that at the dairy, would I get such an on option as well? Oh, that's alright. Ugh. Well, that explains why I got the unload here option. I'm curious still. There might be some kind of little bug between the trailer being attached to the truck. No, that's no. It's just killed my evening. wasting time dealing with a bug. Okay. Now it works. Now I'm curious. If I go back to the dairy, will the trigger now appear if towed behind the track? Gotta exhaust all angles. This whole deal is crazy though. But it worked at the bakery, just not at the dairy. So there's no logic to that. Why that's happening at all. I completely don't understand why that's happening. Game glitch, mod glitch, what? I will not be using this trigger for milk again. Again, I don't know if the issues with the mod or with the game. I have to assume the mod. But again, it makes no logical sense whatsoever that it works at the bakery, but not at the dairy. None. So next up, I'm going to drive back over here to the farm, drop milk off in this container that I had to purchase due to this issue, lease another container, pour the milk into it. I'm wondering, it could also be an issue with me having it set to the unreal capacity. Who the heck knows? It's just incredibly perplexing, upsetting, annoying issue. And I apologize. Most of the time I'm very cool about stuff that comes up, even when I'm running these games. But this one has kind of gotten on the collar. It makes no sense. Alright. Return that SOB. And we'll go to animals. And we need one with enough capacity for milk. 32,000. What's in there? I don't know how much is in that dang thing. Greater than 34.7. Alright. Yep, that one got me. I won't touch them. Just use that one for water. I don't know what that malfunction is, and I don't even, this is got me so annoyed now I don't even want to use it for water. $90,000, really? I'm scared to use any dang TLX product now because I don't know if it's going to continue to have an issue. And all I want to do is just grab this milk and just dump it into the dairy, if the dairy would let me do so. Alright. Okay. I don't even know what to use now. I hate that tonight that I'm wasting this last 30 minutes of the stream on this issue. I apologize, guys. I definitely did not plan on this whole tail end of my stream being a real bug of some unknown sort. Unfortunately, that's what we're dealing with tonight. Still don't have it worked out now. Probably gonna still be trying to figure this issue out off camera. Because I don't get it. I just don't understand what is going on. semi-trailer. Grab the milk from the container and take this to the dairy and see if that works. We're supposed to be doing something entirely different tonight. Personally, here we are. Thanks to some strange bug with that trailer and or the game. Now what? Now I can't get this guy. Okay, why won't this guy? Alright, this is my night for the... Alright, okay, start feeling. Alright, and let's drive back to the dairy yet again and see what fun awaits. I apologize, guys. I know my intention was to get into a few other things tonight. That did not happen thanks to this issue. And again, I sincerely apologize. And also, I don't think I said anything using colorful language. If I did, I apologize. I'm pretty sure I didn't, although I know I came close. This one, I don't understand what is going on. Trigger. It's like magic. Understand it. Okay. Finally able to get milk to the dairy. I'll be doing some off-camera testing with that mod. See if it's an issue with the mod. If it is something going on, I'll send it to message to David, because I don't know what else it could be. It's just weird that it works fine at the bakery but not at the dairy. That is weird, and I don't know what that could be. guess it was just my night to have to get my gameplay thrown off due to some weird mod issue. Alright. But even here, you notice that the trigger is not wanting to come up. I know it's not empty. Turns out 10,000 liters in there. Why is it? Good gosh. Like, what the hell, man? I don't know what's going on with any of this stuff tonight, guys. None of this makes any sense. There we go. Jeez. Okay, that don't. None of it makes any sense. Never had any trouble with any container, water containers, water containers, liquid containers, knowing what it's doing now. Never. So I don't know what's going on tonight. Well, after the stream is over, I'll restart the entire game. Maybe it's an issue with just the game. I don't know. Alright, I'm trying to this last 10,000 years of milk. It's going to be done with this particular exercise of frustration this evening. What's going on? And this is the way we're going to end the stream tonight, looks like. Alright, we're going to hop on. I'm going to turn all my dairy production chains back on. They got milk. So everything should be running again. And I'd like to have add time putting my horse stable, getting that going on the map tonight. I won't be able to do that tonight. So we're looking at doing that on Wednesday stream. And moving past every second of it. Thanks to this milk issue, we're stuck on the same day, this entire stream. And it's some bad stuff. I'm going to put a horse stable over here. We'll get into doing that next stream. That'll probably be one of the main things we'll do on Wednesday stream. But turn the trailer. Go ahead and park my semi. Close the gate. And that's all I'm gonna get through today. Looks like grass is growing. Farm. Park the TLX. Sell the rid of the liquid container. So, I really don't know and or understand what's been happening with my liquid containers tonight. But anyway, it's been fun. Right, parking. TLX. We're gonna move on to another day. And this is where we're going to end it tonight. Alright, great demand at debris crusher. There's always great demand at the debris crusher. Alright, this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we're going to end it tonight. Thank you for watching. Again, apologies for these issues that we've experienced tonight. I really can't explain what's going on with the whole milk thing, working at one building and not at the other, and just the whole liquid trigger deal in general. Never had any issues doing liquid operations whatsoever, but I never used that particular trailer. Okay, you just see that flying deer. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your support. Thanks for watching. See you on the next stream on Wednesday night. And remember, and always, as I say, if you're not having fun doing what you do, then what are you doing? Continue the game on. So catch you on the next stream. Thanks for watching. Have a great night and see you again soon.